with the rest of the field, and aces say hello once more. This plus the button, an excellent setup here for Farid Moshir. You know, I don't know that Farid authorized us to just go with Moshir as he authorizes all of his chips. As I'm looking at the graphics, I don't know that we could have fit all the characters into the space provided. So maybe this was us just saying two-syllable max, or...
Well, we have cut his last name by more than half. And
Looks like I got mixed up.
oh my goodness. Well, Laina's going to get his stack cut by a little less than half unless something magical ensues here with the ace-jack. In a world of hurt, Norman, I confess, I'm a little bit surprised by his willingness with ace-jack in particular to dig in here.
yeah, he was, chances are at best he's looking at a flip. He had about 20 bigs left. And it is a semi-suspect call of this all in.
Uh-oh.
Got some outs.
You can see Moshir isn't thrilled
Jack.
at the presence of a jack on the board.
Put a 4 or a 3. Just to
Oh, he's still way ahead, Mr. Moshir.
black 4, black 3. Black 4, black 3. Just to make it fun.
A diamond. There we go.
Oh, man. Just a jack.
Jack of diamonds,
Just a
no
jack that's
longer
not a
of
diamond.
service. Only the jack of hearts will rescue Laina
Thank you.
instead.
They
It
held
is a
up.
double for Farid. Now knocking on the door of 1 million in chips on the back end of that one. 1 heart, or 60% of a royal, as your most optimistic friends will point out. More than we can say for the ace-deuce of spades here, by the way, which is really without a paddle. 1.7 back. We don't love being against a stack as deep as Tucci's here, but Rodriguez not looking to orphan the 440 in the middle, does come with the follow-through. 260K. Substantive, north of half. Okay, and it looks like Tucci is going to peel. And let's see what the turn has in store for the boys. The King of Hearts. Gut shot royal flush draw now for Tucci, but there are plenty of combos containing King X and Queen X that Rodriguez would be opening with. Could convince himself that the arrival of this king on the turn, Norman, allows him to represent some of the King X combos in range, as only a non-heart deuce would give Rodriguez a winner. And I don't know that we're going to get to showdown in a spot such as that. Here's Tucci, who didn't peel with the intention of stepping aside should something like this ensue. And a 10 on the end. Pairs Tucci. Not the path to improvement he sought, of course. But let's see where Rodriguez takes us in the face of perhaps a presumptuous check. I don't know that Tucci suddenly activates here. It would be turning his hand into a bluff. There's the check, as anticipated. This is 0.5 stack to pot ratio, or SPR, for Rodriguez. And the question he's asking himself after having breathed all of this life into this pot across pre-flop, flop, and turn is whether or not that's enough ammo in the clip to fire my way out of this mess that I've made.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, he finds the all-in, Norman. This is gutsy.
The bluff shove.
I mean, Tucci having ace-high hearts in hand is so disastrous because you want to put that sort of hand across the felt if you're going to do something heroic with a 10. But ace-jack got there. Listen, they know how to party.
Apparently. But we never hear that about Portugal. The only other nation on earth that speaks Portuguese, right?
Is that true? Isn't there like a matcha in tow?
I don't like it at all. But
he's really big on this stuff and
if you
has
don't
like
like
a
it, it's a good
contraption
sign.
to steep it properly.
Just
I
for
mean, he's a one-man barista in the matcha.
You did not have it in tow, my recollection. The one-man barista operation.
Well, look at Kaiser. He's looking to be a one-man wrecking ball here and spoil the party for Moshir.
Seriously, huh?
Calling.
Seriously, huh?
Moshir might be feeling like this one's personal, but he is taking way the best of it and stays ahead on a Jack 8-8 board with over 1 million in the middle. Multiple 5s and a 7 already mucked, and yet the 7 rolling right off.
Need paint.
Or
It's just
8
not
or
right.
Jack.
And Moshir finds paint.
Goodness.
Thank you.
That's it, man.
Justice. Ace Jack of Hearts handled this with care. Miss Wang. Yu Fan Wang could get herself into a little bit of trouble here as we play 61-20. Sat with 8 bigs coming in, half a big invested already.
Hard to reach from there? Oh my God. That's the worst.
He needs a rake.
You get the.
She flats, and look at this.
What is a
Gregory
pop-out rake?
Pearson waking up with 2 queens, not unlike what we saw just before the break, where we had an open, a 3-bet jam, and then an all-in behind. Here we are with similar circumstances, albeit no 3-bet out of the Ace Jack of Hearts, but look how well served Miss Wang was to take this line as she can escape handily the Ace King and the 2
Classic.
queens, the
Ladies
true
against Ace
classic.
King.
Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back.
Oh, rigged.
Nearly identical stacks in the middle. Ingles having Pearson covered.
I was at 0 this year.
9-2.
So it has to be something when Gigi took over, they wiped it or something.
I don't know.
1 point.
Yeah, this is fun. Done this a few times.
1.4.
Like a fresh
Most-
start.
That have made their way
10.
Reload.
this far in this event have likely
He's got a little more.
been in this sort of situation at least once. $2.9 million chip pot.
First hand.
Wormy.
Cool effect.
Is Michael taking phone calls at the feature?
Why wouldn't he? He's not involved in this all-in.
Like that.
7-4 deuce. Spade coverage for Ingles here as he's got 2 overs and the better flush draw. A lot of outs.
61-20.
4 diamonds is not one of them, though.
Oh, we're playing.
Now
Gotta
Pearson
go. I gotta camp down the phone.
on his feet, waiting to exhale. Can he vanquish the Ace King? Yes, he can.
It was a nice gesture.
How about
I
a
understand
round
that
of applause?
tepid was the best you're going to get applause.
How about you get off the mic? I'm trying to concentrate. How about that?
The big is not enough, right?
See what happens when I'm around
exactly.
you? This is your fault.
Whoever the biggest is not enough.
Oh yeah, you got one more pink.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it looks like King 10 is going to be the last stand for Ingles, who found a fault in his stars earlier with Ace King against 2 queens. Mizrachi seeks privacy, offering insulation with the inferior queen high, and doing so successfully. So things could definitely be worse as a better than 10% favorite
I have Queen Jack of Hearts versus King 10.
is Jared Ingles.
There's no chips. 1 for 1 blind.
Listen, you know, he can hear you.
Yes, he can.
He's right there.
But that brings up another point that I want to ask you about
Okay.
after this all-in. And it has to do with you talking about your experience flying.
Queen Jack 9.
Time out. Did he just call for another round of applause? That's the
Yes, he
third
did.
round of applause he's soliciting. What's going? Is he paid by the applause request on the mic?
Here
What's
comes
going
the
on
nine
there?
of
Top
hearts.
pair is what's going on here
9 of Hearts or an Ace of Hearts?
for Ingles.
Just the flop.
This
Grinder.
one, 2, black 2, right?
You like just
For something sweaty on the turn.
That's okay.
That's good.
That's
Picking up 4 outs.
Any picture card. He wants 2.
One
you
of
want
them
2 pair?
occupied.
Any paint.
I need paint.
Any paint.
Look at this.
Any paint indeed, and there it
He only plays
is.
the nuts.
Nuts, buddy.
Only the nuts.
Only the
Grinder
nuts.
with the
And boom,
Devastator
goes
as we sustain another casualty. We'll play free online poker anytime at Play Poker Go. No deposits, no risk, just pure action. Jump into cash games and tournaments, and don't miss the brand new No Gamble, No Future themed Sit and Goes featuring the Wheel of Gain. Compete against players worldwide and sharpen your game. Play now for free at playpokergo.com, available on web, iOS, and Android. 10-7 suited. And Sagra. You can see the clear and obviously sound preference to be an aggressor with his holdings as opposed to somebody calling off. I'm going to take a peek at suited King Salmon. Into the bin it goes. Grinder is going to be relieved of another 0.5 bigs.
Yeah, I'm the only old guy here. How about out there?
You know, the battle of the ages has skewed young here in the late going.
I figure how many old guys are left.
It's like 700K, right?
Look.
You know, I confess I didn't anticipate that he was going to
Oh,
pick this 3-4 offsuit to go with.
I don't know. 100. 3-4.
Irinki
3-4,
looking
10.
for a double knockout here.
3-4 offsuit.
Yeah, he's got ace jack and way the best of it
I like the ace jack
as he
better.
comes along as the third participant. And I think this is also in part why I was a bit surprised. But maybe Mizrachi looked down the road and thought to himself, if I do get in here, the likelihood that that stack to my left hops in and gives me a shot at a triple.
Indeed. And he knows he's probably going to have live cards.
Yeah.
And he is live, and he's in a great situation since nobody has a pair.
23% versus 33 and 44 respectively, as two pelts are on the line and trailing with 1.785
Is that the winning hand?
in the pot, some on the side.
How many times have we
One
seen
blind.
Sagra in this pose and an all-in in the last 2 hours?
Way more than
Oh,
once
yeah.
as it comes ace, king, 4. Bottom pair for Mizrachi versus top pair.
Sagra all but out of here.
What do you want on the turn?
4.
That's too
greedy.
Ask for like a 5 or a 2.
Oh, damn.
Aces and jacks now take the threes off the board. Sagra, though, with a ray of hope now. Queens keep him in his seat. Fours keep Grinder in there, and instead it's aces full for good measure as Irinki showers the Grinder and Sagra. That's the thing.
Of course, I got it immediately. I was looking for the secret trapdoor to get out of here.
You have like, you
should-
started with like 3?
I should have stopped
I usually
listening
leave it there. I could count it.
2 levels ago.
10K all in on the button. Allan Lee dealt most of the blow. Jack 10 suited. In the small now.
All in.
And he's going to jam and try to dispense the big blind. Kaiser with ace jack off. I mean,
It might just fill in.
Now we're redrawn.
I think Kaiser's keenly aware that Allan is going to be doing this with the intention of isolating She.
The call is there.
Yeah, but he does flick in the call, and look how well he's performing against Allan, and he's doing so with a very healthy 2.84, Norman.
Yeah, possible.
I think that was really keen.
10 from everybody.
Situational awareness there. Now, granted, I am making a meal of the idea of isolating because it's only 10K that she has. So really, perhaps that's not a consideration. But what Kaiser understood is that Lee is just looking to apply max pressure with a wide variety of holdings.
Good luck, everybody.
And that ace-jack is actually doing pretty well against that range. And as we can see, it's doing extraordinarily well. Almost 6 million flowing into the center, very little in the main. Almost all of it on the side, and Allan finds the 10.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Give me an ace one time, sir.
Kaiser demoralized and dejected. In need of an ace, failing to find it. She not drawing dead.
Time.
He needs a queen.
Ace on the river. One time.
And neither of those cards work their way to the river. As once again, we observe a double knockout here late in the Battle of the Ages. And this one was particularly unsavory for Kaiser.
What is it, 500? 500. Call.
Targeting of PokerGo's own Tim Duckworth by Jeremy Becker. I'd like to believe that this is in jest and perhaps seizing upon the opportunity with the platform available for Becker to throw some barbs Tim's way, because it seems deeply out of left field. King, Queen, Jack, meanwhile, as the nuts appear out of left field for Miss Wong. Becker with an ace-3 suited.
Oh, wow.
Can only chop.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Well, the diamonds, backdoor. Apologies.
10 of diamonds. 10 of diamonds. Anyone have 10 of diamonds?
I did not.
Fuck Tim Duckworth. Can't win. Nice hand. Good luck. GG. Good luck.
Well, this was a short-lived tenure at the feature for Jeremy Becker. Well, play free online poker anytime at Play Poker Go. No deposits, no risk, just pure action. Jump into cash games and tournaments, and don't miss the brand new No Gamble, No Future themed Sit and Goes featuring the Wheel of Gain. Compete against players worldwide and sharpen your game. Play now for free at playpokergo.com, available on web, iOS, and Android. An open jam. What warrants a jam in response to an open? This is the stuff that would be of use as Rodriguez declares all in.
You have less than 5 million, right? Okay, cool.
Here we go.
30%.
And Arinki
That's 12.
finds himself in a delightful situation as the Rodriguez rail will be disheartened to learn their man needs le toit.
J'avais pas préféré.
While the 3 isn't available, a pair of queens is. Pathways to the chop. 3-4. 3 or 4. Being pursued, and instead it's a king on the turn. And it's over.
GG.
Note that the 4 slid in, but not before Arinki connected.
Cover, yeah, 5.4.